Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. We're going to do an experiment today. It was actually Joe over on Twitter that put me onto this simple post. He said, look, man, if you're only doing YouTube, you're doing it wrong. Put him over on Twitter as well. So we're going to try that. But considering I've never really posted a video up there directly the way I'm about to, I thought I would give a little bit of alpha. Now, this is going to be longer type video because there's a lot that we have to get into. This is effectively what we do on the live streams. But, there's so much hype coming back now and market sentiment. People are going nuts. And it's all pump, hold, do, yeah. Now, I don't do that. I will get in early and sell it off when it gets up there, depending on the chains, man. I got my long ones, of course, but my long tokens. But a little bit of context. Nobody really seems to do that from an investing standpoint because I'm an investor. I'm a crypto investor, so I might have a different perspective than most of the world. But let's go ahead and go through a little bit of this today, guys. I just want to give you my where I'm actually at, and we're going to expand on this tonight a lot. It's going to be a pure money stream tonight. I like the money streams, by the way. But let's go ahead and get into this a little bit. So. I once more into the breach on Juno of all things. I not a big buy. I tossed in $2,000. We ate about $30 in slippage because I'm not gonna buy $5 at a time. And the only reason I can do this one now is there's still a lot of sentiment around Juno. Nothing's changed. Nothing has fundamentally changed, but they do have a strong kind of stuck community that will do what they can to try to continue to support their token. So if I can ride it up on their backs, guys, it's nothing personal. Please believe that. It's just investing, PvP, savage, witness me. It's a witness me kind of thing. So but I'm up on so many other things over the last few days that it's okay to take a flyer, and that's all that is. Now, I poured back into a cash. A cash has been the giving tree for me for just so long. And this one is actually interesting. A cash is actually really, really interesting because I have both long and short positions in this. Now, my long positions are, my long positions are what they are, but the market cap on this token is with a $229 million market cap. It's big enough for me to do some smaller day trades, $5,000, $10,000 buys. It's small enough for me to go for smaller percentages, 2%, 3%, 4%, and when I clear out those positions, it doesn't really beat up the token. So it's one of those oddballs, and these are my love children right here, are the ones that will continue that are large enough market cap, but still get enough movement. A cash has just been 100% the giving tree for me over the last 30 days. These are the big spikes, the big everything, man. Look, that's what works for me for a smaller position because I'm constantly going to be buying in. I'm constantly going to be getting or trying, hoping, hey, crypto, man. Looking for the 2, 3, 4, 5% pumps. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do with these smaller bags is, or with these smaller purchases, is I'm capturing smaller amounts, but it's working capital. All right, it's a free bite at another apple because it costs me nothing. If I make $700-800 on a trade, and I move that into something else, it doesn't cost me anything. It's a free bite at it. That's it. I don't pull money out. I don't take this, send it to cash, send it to a bank account, and go buy cars with it. I don't do any of that. My money never leaves crypto because it's, we got to keep it in the space here, guys. That's kind of it. So a cash is, again, performing for me. We bought back in, not quite at the bottom, but close enough. I didn't get it at 94, but I did get it right around here, 95-ish, and spread it over a few different wallets. And, yeah, they all came in. So, yay for me. That's some more working capital. Not selling it, not parting it out. It's on this particular wallet. It's not much, maybe 10% all the way across. But Again, that's more working capital going forward for, whatever else. Now, that little monster right there, and Bicana is an absolute long for me, but not quite for the reason you think. One, it does have a very specific use case, the cannabis industry, and it's a pay rail. Over on the Cosmos merch store, you might see a lot of that on Twitter. They use Cosmos Pay, and you can pay with Bicana. So everything that I get on that chain, I can put to use in the manner that it was intended to be used at, meaning as a currency. I'm a validator over on there. So, and I validate differently. I'm going to sidebar here for a second. I validate differently. We validate 3 chains. We validate Fetch, we validate Jackal, and we validate Bicana, but not to farm the chain. All right, I'm sorry, man. Look, it's just brutal honesty. Most of these validators, they're out there to farm the chain. All right, that's it. They're going to take money. They're going to get what they can out of commissions, get their Genesis delegations, and they're going to get paid to have those validators up. But they are more or less sell pressure. And again, man, look, it is what it is. Everyone's gonna, no, we don't do. You absolutely do that. I can use Mint Scan. All right, I know what you're doing with your tokens, but we don't do that. We are there to support them, and I am a big investor in all 3 of these. It would make no sense for me to farm a chain that I'm heavily invested in. What good is that? What's the point in that? So, ours tokens, they don't leave the chains. So Fetch, Jackal, and Bicana, and our tokens never leave the chain. But let me get back to this one for a second. So Bicana is one of these really, really type of unicorn tokens in that it runs virtually lockstep with Atom. The better Atom does, the better Bicana does. There's a 14-day chart of Bicana. Just burn that into your head for a second. And then we're going to look at the 14-day chart of Atom. And you're going to see that it looks eerily similar, right? I mean, it's almost blow by blow. So the benefit to me is that I can hold a smaller market cap token, but it has all the upside, and unfortunately downside, but it has all the upside and downside of Atom. So you have a monstrous ecosystem token over here that's doing all the heavy lifting, and a smaller token that I can harvest, not harvest. It's a smaller token that I get a much bigger delegation on. I just get a much higher percentage on. Let's see where we at. Right there. So I actually collect that versus maybe 19% that I get from Atom. And the tokens they're just running identically. How are more people not talking about this? I'm just a little bit shocked by that. So, yeah, you get twice the action, twice the return, and you don't really have the risk because Atom is doing all the heavy lifting. So it's another long token for me. I'm not going anywhere. The bulk of everything on here, you can see that we're, what are we, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we 4? 1, 2, yeah. We're number 4 validator on here, and no tokens have ever left the chain. We don't do that. We're here to try to protect our tokens, and farming them up doesn't make any sense. But I have to keep some loose right there for making buying stuff with. That's what the token's for. It's designed to be spent. So, yeah, that one works out real well for me. It's just something you should maybe keep on your radar if you're looking to expand out a little bit. It's not a bad one to really be aware of. That's it. I'm just going to say it's not a terrible one to be aware of. And of course, Dissenter has just been has been a rock and a hard place for me over here. I keep most of it over here on Astrovault, but we're putting it up in a couple of the pools. So I want to support the LPs over here. The bigger we get the LPs, over on Astrovault, and I get nothing for that, by the way. There are no APRs. There's no anything. I'm doing God's work here. But the higher that we get those LPs over there, the cheaper it is to swap. That's really where it comes down to. So those are all working out real well. But in closing, because, yeah, this is already a long video. These are kind of how the live streams go, by the way. If you've never caught our live stream, do yourself a favor. There's market sentiment is coming back, and with the return of market sentiment comes the return of the looters, and That's it, man. Look, they have no interest. They're never going to show you their money because they probably don't have any in these tokens. That's not their job. Their job is to, or the way they perceive their job is to get out there and get you to buy it. I mean, that's it. I don't care. I'm indifferent to it. All I do here, that's all we've ever done on this channel for years and years now, is show you what we're doing with our money. And when you're looking at a lot of obvious pumps and a lot of obvious overbought positions, when you're getting opportunities like that, man, I'll be the very first person to say that nobody ever went broke realizing profits. You are in an active trading market now. This is an active trading market, and buy and hold is going to turn you into exit liquidity. It just is what it is, man. Look, we have no. We don't know when these ETFs are coming. It's probably not going to be till 2024, early 2024. So why would you not take advantage of the market the way it is? I am. I don't care what you do, but I assure you that I am. And the more price fluctuation we get, the better off it is for me and people like me. Anyway, that's it, guys. Live stream tonight. Join us if you can. We answer any and all questions. Have a wonderful time. If you have any between now and then, scott@thepodcast.com. I answer any and all those as well. And until next time, please stay safe and please be smart with your money. Cheers.